Hello? Hello? We love that intro. Hi, everybody! Hello, Strap. Hi, Rosa. Hi, Hope. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well today. Today is me time. I get to play video games for a bit. Thanks. What's a video game? Is that a food? Well, I do eat them up. That's a lie. I'm free. Yay! Congrats! Yay! Freedom! Awesome. Hazarg. There we go. My mouth is very dry and I just drank a ton of water. I'm gonna need to pee partway through this, I'm sure. I have sushi! Oh my god, I'm jealous. I love sushi. I love salmon sushi, have expensive taste. I love salmon sushi specifically. I can mount up here. Blah! Got salmon and tuna, nice. Not big on tuna, but I devour the salmon. If I'm ever at a place and they do like a salmon sushi platter, fantastic. Right. I want to save my friend. We can continuing on with the MSQ. If you're up here, we can go get some from this place. It's so good. Ooh. Definitely. I am 100% down to go out for sushi. I just realized I should put the MSQ tag. Oop, I left the substance painter in main, story, quest. Wow, there we go. Put that tag in. There we go. This is the Bureau of the Architect, little one. If you require assistance, I should be glad to assist you. Are you certain this is where you should be? No, I'm not certain. This product came with thick slices of straight up tuna. Ah, yes, there is a word for that. It is a type of sushi, when it is basically just the fish. Ate tuna sushi once. There was a challenge not to throw up for me. Yeah, I'm not big on tuna. Did like it though. Weird. That is weird. Sashimi. That's the word for it. Sashimi is just the fish. An audience with Emmett Selsh. I'm afraid you have the wrong office, little one, and besides, he is far too busy to field the questions of curious children. Surely you have been told of the looming catastrophe. Every resource available to the convocation must be spent upon ensuring the world survives. They have yet to make an official announcement, but it is said the 14 are moving forward with the plan of scarce credible proportions, one which promises to grant will to the very star itself. They will invoke the mightiest of spells of creation to birth an entity of all-encompassing magnificence, and then they will rewrite the laws of existence. It is a huge undertaking, must be completed ere the corruption spreads this far. Thus I say to you again, do not hold out hope for an audience. Was that Zodiac, mayhap? Sashimi is supposed to be veil thin, though. Is it? I don't know. I guess it's one of those things where it's like, if it's proper sashimi, it's thin, but over here we maybe don't quite get the message, because we're like, more is better, right? God, now I want to freaking go to Yosushi, because they have like a sashi, they have like a salmon, a sushi salmon platter, and they have the takoyaki, which is nice, and the miso soup, and I really like Japanese food. Good gracious, child, where's your family? You should not be alone at a time like this. Run along home, quickly now. Have you not heard? Though yet confined to the lands across the sea, a terrible phenomenon afflicts our star. They are calling it the final days. It is said it starts suddenly, a cacophonous keening from beneath the earth. The sound distorts all living things within earshot and wrests from us control of our creation magics. Once this happens, all is lost. Fear, pain, despair, every dread impulse is siphoned from our minds and given substance. An eternal fall of fiery rain, an incessant spawning of nightmarish beasts. None can point to the source of the phenomenon. It is as if the star itself has fallen ill, as if a force inissimo to life now festers and spreads. I don't know that word. It's only a matter of time until Amuro 2 resounds to the distant school. You should stay with your loved ones, child. Stay with them. What is in here? It would seem the hall is host the most precious visitor this day. And what, pray tell, shall the subject of our discussion, young one? Once again, can never read. The convocation, the handling of the coming peril. It is only natural that you should have questions. Shall we begin with the members themselves? Well, I know the 14 are the wisest amongst and most puissant. I think I have heard that word before. They are the stewards of order, responsible for decisions which keep this star turning season after season. Be it the speaker, La Habrea, he dead, or the emissary Elidibus, and I always stumble over his name. Each seat is occupied by an elected sage of surpassing intellect. Logrif, Mitron, Emmett Selch, their individual titles have, as a gesture of respect and a matter of tradition, become synonymous with their incumbents. Hi, girls! Yes, it's Thursday. Thus, it is with great incredulity that I greet this recent rumour that a seat in the convocation is soon to be left vacant. If proven true, it would be an unprecedented development and a testament to the immense pressure under which our saviours are toiling. In any event, I for one, am confident they shall deliver our star unto salvation. Ominous. Hello, how's it going, bud? I'm gonna just throw it out there. I did try to leave it to Spook to plan this weekend because obviously last weekend I was busy being a social butterfly, so I've got no idea what is actually happening. So don't ask me, and maybe inform me, please. I actually don't know what's happening. Exa, if I was certain before than I am now, the people of this city believe they face the end of the world. I cannot imagine what purpose compelled Emmett Sells to create this ancient Amaro, I don't know. And yet, I fancy I hear his words to us echoing throughout this ocean trench. He should have his story known. He would have his story known. I slept like the dead, planning for tonight. Yeah. We killed Kika's mom last night. No, you didn't! Kirok is fine. She has a name and she is definitely fine. I don't know what's happening. I'm just going to appear in your house tomorrow at some point. Oh, fair enough. Not dead, but thriving. Not dead, thriving. You know that I did the gesture. We cannot make this a joke about Kirok. She's not dead, she's just in the sky! This is too accurate! The Mist Dragon. Ah, I know who you're referring to. Right, from when we played through 4. I thought you were referring to Kirok the bird. Kika's actual mum. You're referring to the Mist Dragon when we played through 4 because we named the character Kika. Miscommunication. Kika's one of the few D&D characters where both her parents are well known and very common in the campaign. Ooh. Music is nice. I like the faint bubbles. We can compare notes once the others return. Hopefully then our next move will become clear. Josima conversations were much alike, a looming disaster, creation magics running rampant, and this convocation's efforts to bring salvation out of chaos. I suppose there was little else in the time when these events came to pass. Again, don't expect me to read any of this correctly. Oriange, if I may, what are your thoughts on the ancients' art of creation? A fascinating discipline indeed. Aught the mind can conceive may be rendered in reality. All that is required is a clear concept upon which to focus one's will. It is not dissimilar to the primal rites taught by the Asians, wherein ritual ceremony breatheth life into figments of myth and legend. I thought that. We arrived at the same conclusion then. I did too. People who lived in the age before the Sundering were blessed with vast reserves of mana. No matter how draining this creation magic must be, it seems they paid the cost with naught more than a fraction of what aether which coursed through their own bodies. If we were to attempt the same, such spells would soon deplete our energies and then seek to draw the balance from elsewhere, from a hoard of crystals mayhap, or from the land itself. There's a baby. Thus, when this art creation was placed in our hands, it became, in effect, a means of destruction. Interesting matter which no doubt bears further study, but despite all these revelations, I worry we are no closer to finding Emmett Selch. Has anyone learned aught which might lead us to his location? Not directly, mayhap, but from what I've learned, it seems the Convocation of 14 is sequestered in the nearby Capitol building. When we went to see for ourselves, the attendant wouldn't let us through without a writ of permission, so we tried our luck at the Bureau of the Administrator, where we thought these permissions might be issued, but the clerk there said we couldn't help since our names didn't appear in the registry. Fucking bureaucracy! The true evil of the game. That's where we gave up. I wonder though, Exa, could you be eligible for one of these writs? Ah, probably. The voice on the list seem to know who you are, and maybe that your name is registered in the Bureau as well. It's worth a look, I'd say. Meanwhile, I'll head back to the capital in search of a less official point of entry, just in case. Who wanted paperwork in their video game? What do you think this is? Papers, please? That's not my neighbour! We were blessed with a baby. Pray allow me to accompany thee on thy reconnaissance. An arcane perspective may prove needful. I think I'd like to speak with more of these ancients. Maybe they know something that could help Kirex's condition. Would you mind coming with me? Ooh. Holds gently like hamburger. Of course, I don't mind. Just lead the way. Girls, you get to see my new son that I got at the convention. My new child. Holds him gently like hamburger. Him little. Panic! Oh. A fog envelops the safari park. Ghost Pokemon will appear in the safari. Caught Pokemon are likely to have better IVs. Oh, interesting. We just had 2 ghost types. We had Phantom, and there was a Gengar like 2 seconds before I went live. Yeah, there's an event on at the moment for the Pokemon game. It's the safari. It's like a safari event for the anniversary of the game, apparently. And the weather change. I thought it was a flying type thing, but apparently the weather changes, and the weather dictates what type it is. How many plushies did you wind up with? I wound up with 1. So fuck all of you. You were all wrong. I bought 1. The lowest you went was 2. Screw you guys. I had self-control. Keck. Keck. Also, I just realised that there's the Discord overlay in the top corner for this game. I would like to turn that off. Game overlay. Turn you off. There we go. Congrats on the self-control. You're welcome. I figured at least 10. Again, how much money do you guys think I have? The plushie that I bought was genuinely the cheapest one. The next cheapest plushie was £60, and I was like, I can't justify that right now. I can't justify that. I would have loved to be able to get it. Could not justify that. I managed to buy less plushies at the con than I bought solo RPGs in the same time. I don't even go to UK Games Expo. Don't forget, I know you're poor. It's fine. Despite my reputation with plushies, I feel like I am a reasonably smart spender. I'm not poor, I'm just conservative with where I spend my money. I factored in keychain and smaller plushies. No, just the one plushie, didn't get any little ones. I did buy a keychain. I got a lot of stickers. Big sticker. I've forgotten the word. Not energy, but like... I've forgotten the word. Everybody really likes stickers at those kinds of conventions. I'm poor blue is just reasonable. It's one of those things that I have to clarify because I feel like I spend a lot of time saying I have no money, and that's not entirely true. That is a lie I tell myself to make sure I don't spend money. Because I have important things like a mortgage. Reasonable. Low end of reasonable, probably. Lower middle class. Yashol and I will be... Anyway, let's not talk about it anymore. Yashol and I will busy ourselves with further exploration. There is much more intelligence to be had. And so we part ways once more. This time, however, let us reconvene in front of the capital. Anyway, Final Fantasy... Spending money versus actual money. Yes, this is correct, Core. Once I have factored in all of the bills I have to pay, there's not a lot left over, but I've got enough to pay the bills. I'm guessing all of these are going to be Aether Current quests. Yeah. I must say, little one, those garments you're wearing, they're your own original concepts, I take it. Clearly they must be, given the rather singular flamboyance. Would you never dream of stifling a fledgling creator's creativity, but to parade about in your cultivated individuality is hardly praiseworthy. An Amorotine... of characters shares their creations with the community. They do not hoard them for their own use. To delight in disparity is the mark of the morally deficient. Disparity endangers feelings of want and resentment, which degrade the bonds of fellowship. Thus we do encourage creators to share and share alike, else we risk kindling the embers of covetous and violence that ever smoulder in the hearts of all. Therefore I must implore you, little one, to cast aside your original trappings and don communal robes, that you might acquit yourself of equal among many. In doing so you will afford a greater respect and autonomy. Worry not, for this will not be a simple affair. I recall a simple gentle soul outside the hall of rhetoric carrying robes perfectly suited for one of your diminutive stature. I'm sure they will be glad to share their wealth with you. Do hurry, little one. The eyes of the collective are ever watching and weighing your worth. Decent number of Aether quests and they all give really good lore. I would encourage doing them. Nice. All the books I read sound like this guy talking. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I was sat there and I was like, this is a lot of words to just tell me that I need to change clothes. Oh my god, the kneel down. There! That was loud. Oh, aren't we looking rather smart this day? What can I do for you, little one? We're like 3 quests from the next expansion. Nice. Robes to serve in lieu of your ensemble. Ah, how prudent. Alas, I have nothing I can offer you at this present time. The ones your associate saw me carrying earlier were a failed experiment. I never intended to make them so small, so I disposed of them shortly thereafter. By your bemused expression, I gather you find it odd that your elders can fail in such a simple application of creation magics. It is more common than you may realise, little one. This instance, a gaggle of children I was passing by as I held the image of the robes in mind's eye. Simply by becoming aware of their presence, that was the form influenced and the final product changed. All things considered, it could have been worse. Just the other day I was attempting to conceive a white-haired lion when all of a sudden this exquisite eagle alighted on a nearby rail and gave me quite the shock, and dramatically altering my initial concept. Oh, is that how griffins are made? Indeed, a most unexpected development, but not an altogether unwelcome one. Great strides are often born from unexpected impetuouses. God, my vocabulary is being tested. Never get over this one. We were introduced to your favourite villain with 1,000 clothes. Uh-huh. Yep. I just like villains. I like to hate them. Even inspiration has its limits. For all the wonders we have wrought, I do wonder if there will come a time when we have fully explored the potential of our powers, when there is nothing truly left unmade and only iteration and imitation and stagnation remain. Such esoteric matters need not concern you, little one. For now, I would encourage you to embrace your creativity and work in your magics without fear of failure. Nevertheless, it would still be in your best interest to don appropriate robes to avoid excess scrutiny. Why don't you go to the Bureau of the Architect and request the appropriate concepts that you can fashion on yourself? Let me grab you while you're here. Greetings, little one. Come to debate, and at such a young age. How wonderful. Shall we retire to the benches and settle on a topic? I love that everybody thinks I'm a child. My apologies for jumping to conclusion. My friends are not quite as fond of the Hall of Rhetoric as am I, so I have a habit of chatting up any potential conversation partners. So you are not here to debate. I presume you are here to learn about the mysterious and esoteric goings-on here. 'Twould be my pleasure to act as your tutor in these matters, if you'll indulge me. Bah. I love the way they word things, like, go request a concept is such a funny thing to say. I know, right? The Hall of Rhetoric is, as its name indicates, a place where citizens may freely gather to discuss and debate all manner of topics. The central forum is ideal for open discourse, but rather smaller rooms are available for those desiring more intimate conversation. Oh, and there's a wealth of reading material concerning rhetorical techniques and history penned by the greatest minds on offer as well, should you wish to refine your techniques through self-study. To my mind, however, rhetoric is a living, breathing thing that is best experienced in the moment of conception and execution. Perhaps a demonstration best serve you further education. I saw a contemporary of mine engaged in a lively debate earlier, just outside the hall. Go and see if they are still there and issue them my personal invitation to a friendly battle of wits. I am little. That's precisely my point, that their obsession with this so-called mandate to approve only the most beneficial concepts for wider distribution Never mind the ridiculous subjectivity of their criteria has led the Bureau of the Architect astray from its original purpose. Have you business with me, child? Regardless, I'm in the middle of a heated discussion with my partner. Come back later. No. My position has nothing to do with the intrinsic value of unique identity, or whether or not it is restrained. Rather, I posit that the reproductions of a given concept are inherently imperfect, and thus they are themselves unique, albeit in minor but significant degrees, and, most importantly, this variance is not to be condemned, but celebrated, rather than to strive in vain for an impossible standard that, even met, would leave us lesser for lack of diversity. My, aren't you a stubborn little bugger? The tone change! The tone change! This is what people think university is like, but it's really just talking to your parents. Yeah. Trying to explain modern concepts to your parents. It's strangely endearing, I must admit, but we all have this time. We have all the time in the world. Why are you so insistent that I speak with you this very instant? You're acquainted with the chatterbox. I suppose I do owe them a debate or two, and now is as good occasion as any. So be it. Patiently trying to explain to your parents why no, bringing back national service is not going to work. Oh, I'm sorry, is that too on topic at the moment? The idea of being immortal and spending your immortal life arguing. Oh my god, imagine. It's ghost time. Ghosties. I see you found my friend. Thank you, little one. Without further ado, let us commence the promised debate. This is actually a thing we get to do, huh? As to the matter of what subject we shall debate today, I propose the recent calamity which has befallen our friends across the pond. What say you? Lure. The singular point of contention is, of course, whether or not Amaro should intervene on their behalf. I believe we should. The scale of the disaster which threatens the distant metropolis is of a scale heretofore unseen, and so equally considerable resources must be committed to counteracting its effects. I disagree. The scale concerns me less than the nature of the proposition itself. Who are we to, unilaterally, sorry. Yes. Who are we to unilaterally intervene with the affairs of those half a world away? Are we to be the saviours of one and all? Such arrogance may well lead to our own downfall. Well, I understand your concerns from a philosophical standpoint. I fear you are too quick to dismiss practical considerations out of a desire to maintain an unassailable moral authority. But let us, you and I, hold here for the present and offer the floor to our young student. You have heard our opening salvos in this debate concerning the fate of our neighbours across the sea. What is your opinion on the matter? To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We cannot save everyone, sometimes we must save ourselves. Blah. We should try to help people. Indeed, the same can be said regardless of one's opinion on the morality of intervention. There is a clear and undeniable benefit... Son of a... There is a clear and undeniable benefit to Amaro in using this situation as a test bed for our newest creations, that we might develop and refine our defences against potential threat to our own fair city. Louis Soir! How readily you cede the moral high ground. Was not our young friend's point that we have an ethical obligation to aid those in need? Yet not only do you instead elect to focus on the benefit to Amar alone, but you also deprive our distant neighbour of the agency to determine their own fate. I do love that it's a Louis Soir quote, because it's the kind of thing of like, Exa would never say that, so she has to be quoting someone. It's like, wow, that's the most eloquent thing you've ever said. Thanks, I didn't come up with it. You misunderstand me. What benefits benefits all creation? I firmly believe for the knowledge and wisdom we stand to gain from intervention can then be shared with others, empowering everyone to more effectively surmount similar trials in the future. And we go back and forth. Shit. What would Alfie say right now? Go. With Sade, it has been far too long since I engaged in such a refreshing exchange of ideas. My colleague was equally delighted by the opportunity, you may be assured. Some decry it as a little more than academic exercise. After all, we failed to reach a meaningful consensus, but I dare say they missed the forest for the trees. Are we not more enlightened by the experience? Have we not been exposed to a greater variety of viewpoints? Is there no value in this alone? I truly believe we are blessed to be part of a society that exalts the free exchange of ideas and encourages active participation in public discourse. There's something to be said for that. This may have been no more than your first variety at citing world of rhetoric, but I sense you have the soul of a debater in you. You may well have the potential to change our own ways that no one ever thought possible. I shall be watching your trajectory with great interest, my young friend. Interesting. I should drink some water because I've been doing a lot of talking. This whole zone drags up every inch of my classic study. This is what Roman writers thought the Forum was like. Reader, it was not like this. Concept clock. Hello, I'm down here. Hey yo, you can't see me. Oh, to the Bureau of the Architect, little one. Are you here to request a concept for personal use? If so, what sort of concept did you have in mind? Ah, communal robes. That will take but a moment to prepare, but before I fill your request, I should caution you. Pardon me for asking, but your creative potential is, relatively low, is it not? We are trained to assess these things, and I fear that you do not possess the ability to express this concept in physical form. It's almost as though you completely lack it, though that can't possibly be. Regardless of the reason, you needn't worry. We have special tools that may be used to address this eventually. I'll furnish you with an aetheric robe that you can use to restrain one of the misbegotten purposes that congregate in the plaza north of the Academia and Ida. Stop saying these words! You need to weaken your quarry before you can reliably bind them, but once you have, you can repurpose their energies to create your own robes. Go kill a thing. Ah, that I can do. That's the plural of cube? I guess I've not seen it written down. Don't call me a writer, call me a concept clerk. Here it is, yeah. Greetings and welcome to the Bureau of Architects. Are you in need of assistance? It would be my pleasure to answer any questions you have. To your left is a counter where you may submit registrations for new creations. To your right, you may find a counter where you may requisition concepts on file. correct in assuming you're not familiar with the services we provide? I see, a more detailed explanation is in order then. You understand that by harnessing the powers of creation, we can give physical form to all manner of concepts, yes? I mean, in theory, yeah. Picture a bouquet of fresh, fragrant flowers in all colours of the rainbow. Now picture those self-same flowers formed of delicate crystal, impossibly fragile and radiating hues from beyond the visual spectrum. Every day our people push the boundaries of imagination to conceive new and striking designs like these. There are limits to what a single individual can shape with their abilities alone. Those who harbour greater ambitions may offer their concepts to others here, that they might see the strength of what many can accomplish, if not one. This is what I think owning a 3D printer is like. A little bit. There is a little degree of, I just need a thing. I'm gonna go 3D print it. Not all concepts are approved for wider distribution, of course. Dangerous, subversive creations pose a risk to everyone, and so it is only after a comprehensive evaluation, after a concept is judged, or further, the greater good, that we permit it to be shared with the community. Or greater good. Do you understand? Yeah. Since you're here, I think you might benefit from conversing with some of the others currently availing themselves of our services. Why don't you go and speak to some of the citizens waiting for their registrations to be processed? Much as I would like to believe my explanation was more than sufficient, I expect that you may gain greater insight this way. Who would evaluate these concepts? Surely not a gay. Uh-huh. A joke you will understand one day in the future. Oh, I look forward to that. Hello, hello, little one. So rare is it to see one of your size roaming around here. Come to learn about the Bureau, have we? See, this is how you talk to short people. I'm here to register a new creature, boneless with semi-translucent skin. It drifts through the air like a dancer on a summer breeze. Its tentacles trailing behind. It utilizes gas bladders to propel itself from place to place. Ah! No, that was deserved. I'll admit it's not the most elegant of designs. I'd not shed a tear if it were rejected, quite frankly. What can I say? I take pleasure in conceiving unorthodox designs. A beginner like you should take after me, though. If you're looking to pick up a few tips, I would probably ask someone else. Ah, is that my number they just called? If you'll excuse me. Cashier number 2, please. Yay, Spooky's home. So I guess. Are you the child I saw speaking with the attendant earlier? I thought so. So young and already so eager to learn about concepts and creations. That curiosity will serve you well, little one. I've been accredited with 2 popular concepts, I'm proud to say. I'm hoping that my latest will be equally received. Autonomous figures. I say my latest, but it's actually the product of many others' efforts and individual insights, as such is the case for every masterwork, I reckon. Autonomy notwithstanding, these creations know no fear. They are wholly devoid of emotion, without hesitation or resistance engage in any dangerous activity, even if death is assured. There is a beauty in that, I think, and I hope the officials do as well. I tell you, there is nothing more nerve-wracking and thrilling than the waiting period before you receive the results. I love and hate it in equal measure. Anyway, that's all I have to say about it. If you're still keen to learn more, why not pester the worrywart over yonder? Come to think of it, I think that particular creation is designed to appeal to children. You there, an aspiring creator come to learn about the Bureau and its inner workings, I trust. That's all well and good, but since you're here, perhaps you can help me with a little something? I've been refining a concept of mine for some time now. Adorable little creatures designed to be a perfect plaything for a young citizen, but I'm terribly unsure if it's ready to be submitted for approval. Which is why I was hoping you might first put it through its paces and tell me what you think. Your honest opinion. I'll have no flattery from you, young lady. This matrix will allow you to summon my creation, but don't use it here. Take it outside first, and don't be afraid to play rough. It's all part of the fun. Huh? Hi, love. Oh, thank you. You alright? You look tired. Oof. Sore throat. Okay, wait, you know where the limsicle straps things. Ugh. Oh dear. Aww. I'm gonna miss you at my D&D table. He's already gone, but I'll pass it on. I'm gonna. Did he? Again, I've been really off the radar for like the last week, basically. Did he say that he was gonna opt in and then opted out because he's just come in and been like, can't talk? Slims. Play with friend! I love that they're red, white, and green. Isn't that like the colours that they use for Dango? We finished too late. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, he's in bed by 9/10, and if he's not feeling well, then he should probably go to bed. We might get to play something at the weekend, we'll see. Though he may want to just have some time to himself. Which, you know, wouldn't blame him if I forced him to give up his last weekend. So Spook just wants to be in his room. That's perfectly valid. How did you find my lovelies? Were they delightful and engaging as I hoped? Tell me everything, spare no detail. I say, they spouted nonsensical phrases and attacked you like mad bees. How distressing, not at all like what I intended. My sincerest apologies to you, little one, for the unpleasant experience. Still, from these experiences we do grow stronger and wiser. I look forward to the day where you might try your hand at creation too. Ringing for the queen. Ooh. Right, let's mount up again. Next time I do a marathon stream, I should just play Final Fantasy and just go do a bunch of stuff. That's like not main story. Or Guild Wars. I want to play more Guild Wars again. I had the reminder email come through to be like, hey, you're gonna get charged for more Final Fantasy time, and I was like, well, I got bought it on Throne, so I guess I can let that go through. Hello, sludge creature. Cubus. I see. Not cubes, Cubus. We were this close to getting a Guild Wars 2 stream. I need to find the Cubus meme. It's like my favourite FF meme. There's a meme about this black pile of sludge. Spook is not feeling well. I anticipate he may want to go to bed. We had pasta for dinner last night. I might ask him if he wants soup, if that's something to soothe his throat. Welcome back, little one. Did you succeed in binding a cubus? You know what I just realised I don't have, and I should have? Is a freaking companion cube plushie. I fucking love Portal, and I've never had one. I remember seeing them everywhere when Portal was like the thing. Is that a thing I can ask for? Companion cube. Really? I thought they would have been a thing. On throne, I should specify. I know that they exist. Those are the Cubus. Everyone loves the Cubus. The Cubus tried to kill me multiple times. Back in the days of Paradise, everyone loved getting attacked by Cubuses on the street every day. It was an enjoyable part of our lives. There's a Portal board game? Oh my god. The Uncooperative Cake Acquisition game. That's something to research later. If your throat's hurting, love, do you want to just have soup for dinner? Soothe your throat? Girls is sad that you won't be playing. It's understandable. You can play stuff at the weekend. Are you gonna have a early night because you're not feeling well? Oh, you got the big sick. Have you done the thing? Yeah. Oh, I got mega twisted. Oh. Hey, Kills, it's for when you were sat on my sofa. Ah, there we go. Back in the days of Paradise, everyone loved being attacked by Cubus. Just a bit. Hi, Husk. Hello. I have no memory of this bit. The one I drew the picture of. POV. You told me you have a new D&D campaign. There we go. You've done well, little one. Allow me to siphon its energies and prepare the matrix for you. It should only take a moment. Here you are. Creation matrix that you may use to generate your own robes. Concept is inscribed in the crystal, which may be infused with the aether of the beast you brought me. What? Why are you looking at me as though you don't know how to channel the powers of creation? It is natural as breathing. Even a newborn babe has the instinct. Even if your potential is lacking, as one of our people, you surely must know what to do. Thanks for the clothes. There we go, we did all the quests. Baby's being able to summon is nightmarish. Yeah, I bet they must have, like, this is the kind of place that would have, like, creches to sort of deal with babies summoning hellish things. Mamma mia, here we go again. Hello, can you see me? I have to stand on this bird. Visitor's writ. Yes, I can assist you. Full name, please. X Mario. Please wait here near the counter while I confirm your details. Behold the bureaucracy quest. X Mario, your application is ready for collection. As your residency was approved by Mitzel himself, further forms of identification will not be required. Here are your application documents. Submit them to the Bureau of the Secretariat and the clerk will issue you a visitor's writ to the capital. Uh-huh. Back again. Rosa. Answer the question, Rosa. Let me in stream. Poke me again after stream, because I'll end stream and have to go do dinner and then I'll forget. Next, please. I'm gonna need your address, actually, because we talked about those books. That's a thing that we didn't do. Just in the capital, are we? Please take a seat. Your name will be called once your application has been processed. Oh my god. Oh my god. If I'm just openly weeping in the corner during this next cutscene, pay no mind to me, I am cursed with knowledge. Oh, good. We love that. Time to sip my tea. I'm so small! Oh no, not a good time. There's never a good time. May I? You, I think, are from a time beyond ours. Have you followed the wake of FFXIV? No, there's no cause for alarm. I am simply a shade, here and not here. I know that my name is... I'm gonna mangle this so badly. I'm gonna mangle it all the more for the chocolate that's in my mouth. Hang on. I know only that my name is Hythlodius. Hythlodius? Hythlodeus. It's close. Hythlodeus. And that this city is a recreation, a phantom moment plucked from the well of history. Oh god, he's self-aware. These others seem unaware of their pale existence, but I wonder if FFXIV's mind was distracted when it came to my reconstruction. Hold up, there's a legendary in chat. Yep. A stray thought would have been enough. Hythlodeus will realise the truth, for example, that we were close to friends once, you see. Yet, in spite of my perception, I play the same role as all the rest, a bit part, meant to bring colour and noise to this well-crafted stage. Too much scrutiny and we shall burst like fragile bubbles we are. Thus I tell you again, my presence is naught to concern you. I wish only to share your company whilst we wait. Oh. What an existence. My man. Oh. If you've come this far, then you know that the catastrophe which awaits us on our morrow. Final days, what began as isolated incidents soon swelled into a world-spinning threat. Convocation of 14, well, it was 13 at the time, in endeavour to create a will for our star. They would repair the fundamental laws of order and halt the spread of destruction. Creation on such a scale required an immense source of power. Of those of us who still lived, nearly half offered up their lives in the name of salvation. Rosa got a legendary, let's go! From their sacrifice, Zodiac was born. I thought so. Just as we had hoped, he reached forth and halted the march of oblivion. Yet, oh, how the star had suffered. So many species lost, the land was blighted, waters poisoned, and even the wind had ceased to blow. Once more did our people give themselves to Zodiac, another half of our race sacrificed to cleanse the world, to ensure that trees and grasses and a myriad tiny lives could sprout and grow and flourish. The cycle of life had begun anew, and we reconsidered the means by which we might protect it. Convocation decided thus: we would nurture our world until it was bursting with vitality. Then, when the time was right, we would offer some portion of its living energy to Zodiac. In return, he would restore us those brethren whose souls had fed his strength, and together we would resume our role as stewards. And I guess it didn't work that way. There were, however, those who disagreed with this plan. They argued that enough had been sacrificed to Zodiac, that this new world should belong to the lives newly born. These dissidents surrendered their life energies in the creation of Hydaelyn, an incarnation of their opposing belief. And for the first time in our history, our people stood divided. Know you, then, how this conflict ended? Thought you might. Amen. Why is it? I don't know why, but seeing him also be small. Emmett Selch has ever been a champion for the will of Zodiark. The original plan may have been set back by the millennia, but he will have not abandoned his course. He will pay the price for our return by whatever means is necessary. Excuse me. Though he may carry himself with a certain glib ease, Emmett Selch is not a man to bear his burdens lightly. In fact, I imagine they have only grown heavier with every passing century. How very glib. It is sad. It is sad. It is truly terrible weight he has chosen to carry. Yes. Exa. Wow. It seems your turn has come. Pray, do not let me keep you. Oof. There was one last thing. One more thing. You walk with another at your side, yes? How do you know that? I see no definite form, just the faintest suggestion of a second soul. I doubt it visible to anyone but me. Otherwise, I assume only you can see and hear this ethereal companion. Your connection is hardly coincidence. In our time, the two of you were one. The colour of your souls tells the tale. They're the best. A hue that distinctive cannot be mistaken, no matter how thin the soul is spread. This is just the kind of fate I might expect from one such as she. Surely Emmett Selch has recognised the hint of her in you. Examario? Fare you well, my new old friend. May you find what it is you seek. What? Okay. When can I see you again? Oh, oh, oh. That was really sweet and sad. Very melancholy. My new old friend just shoot me. Oh no. Visitors writ when you wish to gain it, admits the capsule, simply present the document to the attendant within. You look so silly running. That's not what I meant to click. Melancholy is the word. One day you two will be cursed and you will know my pain. Oh, I'm sure. Very slowly, but I will. Bit by bit. Lahi. Hi Sam, how you doing? A little tired, fair enough. I am also still tired. My legs hurt still. I just got back from walking and tried to do Beat Saber. Oh, nice. Beat Saber's good for exercise. It's not easy to do Beat Saber when the lenses fog up from the walk sweat. Oh, right, yeah. Finally, you were gone so long I was on the verge of mounting a rescue party. How fared you in your bureaucratic adventures? I got the paperwork. I wanted to do just Beat Saber, but my mum insisted on walking. Yeah, I can see that. Somehow I feel the older generation wouldn't appreciate Beat Saber as a form of exercise. You need to go outside. Fresh air is good for you, though. See, my instincts were correct. Good thing, too, Urianger and I weighed our chances of breaking into the capital and an official entrance by far more the attractive option. It came to not considered exercise. Yeah, I thought so. Capital boasteth not a single armed sentry. 'Twould seem that in their time they did not deem it needful to post guards. The windows and doors, however, appear heavily warded. Though mightily we did strive, and strength mundane and magical, we failed to budge them even a fraction of 1 ilm. Mayhap 'twas simply the case that MH recreation did not extend to their usual function. The recreation didn't account for opening windows. We didn't try everything, of course, but we thought it was best to conserve our time and energy for more pressing matters. Speaking of which, Rin and I tried asking about a cure for you. Problem is, these ancients didn't exist beyond Amarots today. They will happily tell you their own tales, but whatever we attempt to explain our own situation, the conversation became quickly muddled. What have you, Exa? Was aught worth of interest said to you during your efforts to obtain a writ? Right, sacrifice of life in exchange for their brethren's resurrection, and you say all Ascian scheming has been leading to this? All this time, but if they still mean to enact this plan, then things won't end with the rejoining. Aye, I thought we knew their intentions in full. Restore the world to its former glory, and in return empower Zodiac to reclaim his throne as the will of the star. Yeah, that was merely a step along the way. I hesitate to put it into words, but we have to assume that following the final rejoining, the Ascians mean to draw on the lives of the source to make their sacrifice to Zodiac. It does seem the most likely scenario. Mayhap those who ally with the Ascians would be spared that fate. But what value is there in surviving when all our history, all our struggles will be erased? I cannot agree with such an act. Of course not, and that's to say naught of what MHCelf's plans for the Exarch's power. Do we stand by and let him threaten our future as well as our past? We need to find him, Exa, and when we do, make your mark. Change the course of history in a way that's felt by those who came before, and those who came after, by everyone you've ever met. I'ma do it. Change things so that even my other self, dying somewhere in that future calamity, will smile and say, I knew you would win. Ah! Is fighting MHCelf's the only way? He created an entire city. It would take everything we have to defeat him, if we can. And if you push that hard in your current state, the light will break free. The decision to press on lies with you, but just as it lies with each and every one of us. Oof. Oof. Jesus! Oh boy! When the name of the quest is the name of the expansion, you're in for a time. You are in for a time. There's a logical endpoint soon. Okay, I was about to say, I've got half an hour left on stream. Final quest of the expansion. Do you remember that talk we had atop the tower in Mordsuk? I'm still on the same mind now as I was back then. I don't abandon you, you don't abandon me, and together we make a difference in this fight. There's always hope if we look for it. I saw it again and again as you tore those veils of light from the sky. If we keep taking the next step forward, there's a chance we'll find a way to save you, so no matter how long it takes or how much it hurts, you can count on me to keep walking. When you unlock the dungeon, stop. Understandable. Both you spoke of the disaster we would bring upon our own heads, the ceaseless conflict. Imagine how you would sneer to see what's become of the first, not to mention your perilous predicament. And yet who can deny the fire of your deeds have ignited in people's hearts? You achieved what my logic and ideals never could, uniting desperate peoples under the banner of hope and common purpose. Without you, that giant Talos would never have raised its head. I have borne witness to so many such miracles at your side, and would do so again. This is but another obstacle on the road. So come, let us travel it. Drag me through wonder and danger as you will want to do, and I shall endeavour not to slow you down. Don't make me talk to every single person! Ugh. As well thou knowest, if we were to usher Emmett Selch into his rest, we must needs bind his Ascian soul and then shatter it with overwhelming force. The former tasks require oversight, and such I have prepared. Upon the Exarch's asking, no less, though, it was never my intent to provide such said boon. The future whence our noble friend doth hail is a world fallen to Ascian artifice, and he would see such grim history repeated. In a sense, Emmett Selch's destruction will be the culmination of the Exarch's efforts, a reward for all he hath endured these many years. Yet even as thou strideth into the jaws of peril, forget not but his fondest wish, and that many others besides, is to see thee survive until the morrow. They're obviously going to make you talk to everyone. It is in the pursuit of that happiest of outcomes that I do pledge to remain at thy side. Our time in the First has been a never-ending succession of trials, as arduous as our path from the source ever was. Yet through all our journeys together, through that deep and foreboding wood, you have helped me to stay true to my convictions. Thus I would return the favour, do as your heart decrees, without hesitation or regress. That is all I will say on the matter. Well, this has put everyone in a solemn mood, hasn't it? Honestly, we're not even sure if this will be the end of it. But I suppose we should speak our minds when we have the opportunity. You taught me that much in Armorang. Forgive me this moment of sentiment, Exa. By dragging me into this sorry mess, you've given me a chance to think and act as I should have, for Rin's sake. Words cannot express how much this changed my life, or how grateful I am for your support. So I should go express my gratitude through action instead. No matter where you decide to go, I will be there, guarding your back. And Crid. And then Rin's last. Oh, she gets a cuss! When Minfilia entrusted me with her power, she warned me that no matter how strong you become, you can still fall victim to despair. You can still feel powerless. She was right. After you collapsed on Mount Gold, my hands wouldn't stop shaking. If I made a mistake, if I failed to bind the light within you, I was terrified you would die. Even now, you could be moments from turning, and I wouldn't know how to save you. You, Thancred, the others, you've all been there when I needed help. Minfilia surrendered her life for me, her legacy. I should be ready to do the same for you, and I want to, I do, but I just... not good enough. Oh, baby, no! She told me to follow your example, and I've tried. I've really tried. No! I shouldn't? A smile better suits a hero! I fucking can't with this game. I fucking can't with this game. I fucking can't with this game. We still keep looking forward like the heroes who never gave up hope for this world. A smile better suits a hero! They really let you fully talk to her and it kills me. I mean, I have to. Fate can be cruel, but a smile better suits a hero. Every time. You have to pick the line. I'm not sure Actually, never mind. I think I'll understand better if I try it for myself. Nothing will come of brooding here in self-pity. I've made my decision, Exa. I'm going with you. Fuck! These goddamn tears out of my eyes. A smile better suits a hero. Love this game. Sorry, I walked through you. Going to the capital, visitors must present an official writ of permission before attendance will be granted. Ready for an icon moment? Oh no. Documents appear to be in order. You may proceed into the capital, but any guest that you choose to bring you must remain in your vicinity at all times. What's about to happen? Look at this fucking door.
This really is unacceptable. I gave you very specific instructions.
Fuck you! As if I'm gonna follow your fucking instructions!
Emmett Sulk.
You slimy man!
My invitation was for an abomination, ripe with the power to bring about the world's annihilation. Not this half-broken thing. Whatever am I to do with you?
Fuck off, you don't own
and
me.
I see you insist on keeping the same familiar company. Are you so lost without them?
It is not she who is lost without the familiar.
Oh!
Not content with remaking an entire city, you aim to fill it with the reconstituted souls of the dead.
I may have gotten a little carried away in my attention to detail, added a few unnecessary flourishes. Well, there's no point trying to hide it. Yes. Once the rejoining of worlds is complete, Zodiac will regain his full strength and shatter his prison. Then we shall offer up the Source's remaining inhabitants in sacrifice, that we might resurrect our brethren who died to bring Zodiac into existence. But what was it that you came here to do exactly?
A voice actor. I'm here for the Exarch. I'm here for my friend!
Well, you can't have him. The wisdom that man guards may open up new worlds of possibilities. He has unlocked the secrets of travel across the rift, and through time as well, it would seem. Quite an accomplishment for one of his incomplete nature.
Ah!
I must explore the limits of his capabilities and harness that power for the Ardor.
No.
Even now, after everything, you refuse to see reason.
Look at this fucking framing here. Are you seeing this? Hi, Kay! Were you summoned? Look at this fucking... Look at this.
You think it unfair that you are subject to suffering? That your lives will be sacrificed for the Ancients?
I was in an Uber from work. Before you panic, we're probably not going to do the dungeon today.
Look at me.
Oof.
I have lived 1,000 of your lives. I have broken bread with you, fought with you, grown ill, grown old, sired children, and yes, welcomed death's sweet embrace. For eons have I measured your worth and found you wanting. Too weak and feeble-minded to serve as stewards of any star. Have your recent spats with Vorthri and his sin-eaters taught you nothing? Have you not learned that your ignorance and frailty beget only endless misery? How long do you mean to perpetuate this farce? How much more must I endure your bumbling interference? Let us imagine that the laws of reality are again undone and the world faces true annihilation. Do you honestly believe that half your number would sacrifice themselves to save the other? Of course they wouldn't! And if you had witnessed history unfold as I have, you would reach the same conclusion.
Alfie.
You cannot be entrusted with our legacy. I will bring back our brethren, our friends, our loved ones. The world belongs to us, and us alone.
Come on, Alfie. I know you want to say something.
We understand, truly, but it makes no difference. The ones you love are in the past, while ours are here in the present. One day, we too will be ashes and dust, but not today. Our time is not yet finished. We share your conviction, and that is why we will not abandon our course.
You think us the same? You think your tattered soul of equal worth to those I lost?
Ooh.
Then come. Earn your place. Prove yourselves worthy to inherit this star.
Oh boy.
Behold the coming fitting backdrop for your final judgment. I shall wait within, but do not spend too much time on your preparations. There's no telling how much longer the guest of honor will last.
Next week on Dragon Ball Z, coming Oblivion. Uh-huh. Damn. There it is, boy! Wah. And that's something to deal with next week. Right. I got 15 minutes. Shall I end stream, or shall I go do side quests? I can go grab this. I don't know how, but literally everyone has to break right here. It's so funny. Normally it's because it's 3 AM and they need sleep, but... Next week, end of Shadowbringers. Hot damn! Woof! That was intense. If you can, friends, if you can be here for 3 PM next Thursday, then you can come do that dungeon with me. Alright? Thank you for clipping it, Curls. Oh, I've got to do a highlights reel. Fuck, when am I ever gonna have time to do that? Me and KO locks in. I shall be there with bells on. Excellent. Excellent. Hell yeah. Lord knows at the rate that the rest of the group are going, they'll end up catching up by next week. We just have this music playing now in this zone. Mm-hmm. Gotta go make dinner. Bye! Bye! Right, I guess I'm gonna make most of my time and go grab that. Not to completely ruin the mood. God. Ah! Here it comes. We'll deal with that next week. How's it gonna go? Considering that they said that they needed, like, energy, it would be cool if we could use our excess light ether to destroy him. That would be neat. This is a side quest, so I'm just gonna... Oh boy. You wear it on your head, uh-huh. There's a cutscene for this quest? Someone already taught me so much. Pity none of these pearls of wisdom will serve my needs. You're thinking, wondering if your own is finless one. There's no time to fiddle with their leavings. The Clutch Mother is in terrible distress. You understand? I have brought her here to give this child his impudence. On behalf of the Clutch Mother, I come to entreat your assistance. Seems to not realise that in driving back the waters of the Tempest, you have placed our beloved Clutch Mother, the leader of the Ondo, in mortal peril. She is pregnant. Here in the depths at which she will give birth to many, many eggs. We male Ondo will then take them into our care and raise them as our own. Absent the flowing waters, we do not know if she'll be able to deliver them safely. If not, the future of our people will be in jeopardy. Oops. But I've claimed many Ondo lives, though we have rebuilt our numbers somewhat in the decades since. It would be devastating to lose an entire generation, or worse, the Clutch Mother herself. She wishes to speak with you directly, that we may together find a solution to this dilemma. You return me to the cups. Oops. Everything I've done for her. Sorry, my guy. Travel, Aether Currents. Still have an Aether Current to find and one quest. And I still have a quest to do in Lakeland, apparently. Gabriel's Clutch Mother approached and hearkened to her words. And I guess I, Clutch Mother of the Under, do bid you welcome into our realm. Forgive me for receiving you in this fashion. For safety and well-being of my children born, I must remain within, away from the dangers without. As you know, under normal circumstances, this place would be filled with blessed water from which I would draw strength and support to bring these eggs to the world. Alas, I am half submerged now and fear my ability to fulfill my sacred duty. I'm given to understand that you and yours are the ones responsible for drawing back the waters of our realm, with good reason, I'm sure. However, it's my sincere hope that you will agree to aid us, given that you are responsible for the state of affairs. Fear not, I desire no direct assistance, rather I would beg a boon of your people's knowledge of childbirth and how the finless ones ease the burdens of their struggling mothers. Be my agent in this matter. Heed his words and answer his questions. This is all I ask. Do you consent? Hi, bud. How's it going? Thank you, honoured guest. Go well. It is agreed. However, I must consult with her attendants before we speak further. For now, I bid you and Norris Crow go about your business. Be ready if called upon. Wait. Have you a moment to converse in private outside the cups, please? Ooh, big dog. Where's the last Aether Current that I'm missing? I've forgotten where it is. Collection? Yes. To the north. To the north? Oh, is it like up here or something? It is a rare thing indeed to be granted an audience with the Clutch Mother. I hope it says you understand how important these eggs are to us. Before we came to the cups, I've been searching for a means to assist her giving birth. That is why I've been studying the relics of your people. Unfortunately, I found nothing that seems suitable for this purpose. I cannot stress to you enough how important she is to us. She is mother to all Ondo, her every egg, every brother and sister. We should do anything and everything in this world to welcome them into this world and to see them grow healthy, happy Ondo. There must be some way we can help, which you can help us achieve this end. It feels very weird to get a level up from a quest about fish eggs. Enhance Curth and Torment. Nice. Right, if I go get this Aether Current, then that's me done for this song? Yeah, it is. Sick. Collection. Northwest. Oh, so it's more back to where the zone started. I swear to God, if they've Sonic leveled me and there's like a hidden thing behind where I started. West. There it is. Okay, it's not behind where I started. Da-da-da! We can fly! We have unlocked flying! Fantastic. Let's fill in this map. There's a lot of areas in this zone that haven't been filled in, considering that we're about to beat the game. Beat the expansion, I should say. We're not ready to beat the game just yet. We still have another expansion after this to do. And by the time we're about way through that, another expansion's going to be out, because there's a new one coming out, like, next month? Is it next month the new expansion's out? Damn. Wow. The person down there. Oh. Unfriendly fish. Yep, that is just the abyss, huh? That is how the ocean be. This would be more terrifying if it was filled with water. It would look probably the same, but somehow it being just open air is less terrifying than if it was water. I like having a filled-in map. Ooh, what is that? Jesus, the city is so bizarre to see. The Swallowed Spire, it actually has a name. Oh, it was a building, but it's been surrounded by stone. Hey, completed map. Cool, I guess we're just gonna fly through Rapture? Damn. Go off, lighting. Go off. Dang. Well, I think that conveniently takes us really to the end of the stream. We have gotten to the story point that we need to, and we completed the side quests for the zone. Neat. Well, it sounds like you guys have something to look forward to next week. Very exciting. So I will see you then, I guess. We're going to be carrying on with work tomorrow. My home is going to be invaded at some point. Who knows when. And I said that we would do Minecraft in the evening just because I don't know what to do because I was at a convention for 4 days and I have no energy to plan anything else. Because it turns out that planning a thing every week is hard. There probably isn't going to be a Sunday stream because of said home invasion. It really do be like that. It do be like that. Turns out planning an event every week is hard. So yeah. There probably won't be a stream Sunday. So if I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you next week. I hope everybody has a good weekend. There's a skip loom that just spawned. We can quickly catch that before I finish. There we go. Right. So yeah, take care everybody. Enjoy whatever it is you get up to. And yeah, have a good weekend. Bye!